and coming in with his run of Tack and the Power of Juju in any percent run, we have It's Snubbo, Snack Attack coming in with his co-commentators Zabrag Burger and Sizz16.
You cutscene. If you can take the staff from my hand, you are meant to have it.
Snack, we're live.
Hey, are we live?
Yes.
All right. Hey, welcome everybody. Welcome to Tack and the Power of Juju. Any percent speed run. I am Snag Attack 8. You've probably heard me already this marathon or seen my dumb face on the flower crown sketch. But I'm here to show you guys just a kind of an underrated 42 out of 10 from the GameCube, Xbox, PS2 era. Tack. And I've got some special fellow Tack lovers here with me. Why don't you guys introduce yourselves?
As I insist.
Oh, thank you. Hi, I'm Sizz. You may remember me from such classic SGM blocks as Pico Park.
And I'm Zebra. You might remember me from classic SGM blocks such as Pico Park.
And
Sonic.
Yeah. So we're starting off here the run. You might be wondering what I'm doing. This is actually a trick Zebra taught me. It's called sponge buffering. And basically, we're doing this so that we get good luck and, you know, good skill and just good RNG for the marathon here. So just going to sponge buffer a couple more times, and then we'll get started.
Hey, Snack, before when you're ready to get started, can you give me like a countdown?
Or?
Well, I have something to announce.
I'm going to give a countdown to the timer, so you can use that as your countdown.
Okay, that works perfectly.
All right. Well, I'm ready to go. Are you guys ready?
Yeah.
All right, let's do it. I'm going to say 3, 2, 1, tack, and that's going to start tack. All right, you guys ready?
Yeah.
Get the timer ready. 3, 2, 1, tack. Oh, wait, hold on. No, not yet. Timer, turn it off.
Oh,
Stop.
Steiner.
Stop. Wait.
Oh, the sponge buffer.
Stop. The sponge buffer. We dropped the input. If you can reset it. Did they reset the timer?
Did they even start it?
I don't know.
Timer is 0, 0, 0,
Okay,
0, 0.
all right. This is the real call for timer. Ready? 3, 2, 1, tack.
Show me tack.
We started a little early, but we'll just keep it running. It's fine.
You guys remember that bit?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sizz, what's your announcement?
I said show me tack. That was my announcement.
Oh, yeah. Show me tack. We're invoking tack today, you guys. We're also invoking her.
Oh, she.
Hello, Tack.
She.
My name's Flora. Power of Juju sent me here to hang out with you and help you whenever I can.
All right, so
Well,
this
it's a long
is
road
Tack,
ahead. We better
and
get
that's
started.
our bestie and a Tessie, Flora.
You
My
seem
my
smart
best
enough
friend
to
of
figure
all
this out on
time
your
in
own,
real
but
life
you
and
move
from a
yourself
video
around
game.
by using the move stick,
She.
and if you need to jump, it's as simple as pressing the
You're
jump
so
button.
important.
You
She
can press
is
the
so
jump button
truly
twice to
just.
perform a double jump.
She's really
Don't
important.
laugh.
She's a
Power
light in
of
my
Juju
life
is
and a
so
blessing
thorough.
towards our journey as Tack. And she tells us things. And she's so funny.
Yeah.
There actually is a little trick to skip that first cutscene with Flora, but it is frame perfect, and it's also it's just like, why would you do it? Why would you skip her?
Why would you skip her? I mean, other than like saving time, there's no reason to.
Definitely. So what we're doing here to start Tack is Tack starts with a tutorial area called Locke's Training Grounds, and if you save and quit in a cutscene anywhere in this area, then when you reload the game, I'll show you what you can do. When you reload the game,
Wait.
you can walk through this door and just skip the whole tutorial area.
All right.
So now the Tack is go.
Tack is officially in go mode.
Tag is officially in go mode, so we have a little incentive here.
This is Tag's
I know some of you
village.
guys might not know him, but you'll learn about him throughout this run. You'll get to know him. So our little donation bidding incentive, and this is gonna go through the whole run here, the whole period. What's everybody's favorite thing about Tag?
I know the way. Follow me.
And I'll open it up to you guys too.
My favorite thing about Tack is his go-getter attitude.
Shoot!
Oh yeah?
Oh yeah?
That's literally exactly what I was thinking.
Wow. Okay. Well, that is one of his best characteristics.
My favorite thing about Tack is his unwavering sense of adventure.
Okay, I love that.
He is always ready to go.
My favorite thing about
That's just really noble.
it's so noble, and his nobility is just one of his most impressive elements. My favorite thing about Tack is his dedication to efficiency, like time, but also that he always still gives it 100%. He does it. He's so effective and so efficient, but he also puts his whole heart into everything that he does, and that's what I strive to do in my life too. And I attribute that, and I owe that to
Dry Rock
Tag.
is not a friendly place.
He's really
The
a
rams are
classic
grumpy,
hero.
the cacti explode, and all the
Yeah.
people left a long
He's
time
your
ago.
literary classic
Let's not
hero.
spend any more
And
time
Tack and the
here
Power
we
of
have to,
Juju
okay?
is a hero's journey. You guys will get to learn. So basically, hold on, I'm gonna be quiet real quick here for just a sec. Okay, that might have been good. Also might have been bad, but that's basically the plot of Tack, if you don't know. So basically there's this evil wizard guy who turns all of the people.
Laylock.
Yeah, his name's Tlaylock. He turns all of the people in Tack's village into sheep, and it's up to so close. It's up to Tack, who is the errand boy of the village shaman. His name is Jabulba, to go on a magical quest to restore the hero, who's Locke. So Tack is not the hero. The hero is this dude named Locke, hilariously voiced by Patrick Warburton. He's the hero, and we're trying to do all these fetch quests and things to bring him back to life so he can save the day. The first thing that you need to do is get 9 of these plants, that one of which we just killed, called Nubu plants, in order to get the first objective in the game, which is a weapon called the Spirit Rattle.
And what does this spirit rattle do?
Well, the Spirit Rattle basically there's 3 like progression like checks in the game. There is well, I guess there's 4. There's the Spirit Rattle, which is the first. There's one you have to collect 100 of these collectibles called Yorbles, which we'll get to later. You need the Spirit Rattle to be able to collect those. Then you have to bring Locke's spirit back from the spirit world because he dies. And then you have to get 3 of this item called Moonstones to access the final boss. But even though we're going to get the Spirit Rattle first, the rest of the objectives we're going to be doing entirely kind of out of order. So that's part of the fun of the Tag speedrun.
I'd like to quickly chime in and say that my personal favorite thing about Tag is his too cool for school attitude.
Yeah, that's good.
Mm-hmm.
So true.
He is a cool guy. He says boom shakalaka sometimes when you kill an enemy. He says
I think
he's so quick-witted, really, and he's such a cool customer.
I could definitely see Tack appearing on like some like after school snacks like
Yeah.
mascot box. You know what I mean? And he's like, boom shakalaka.
Yeah.
Box.
And he would say another thing that we haven't heard him say yet, but we definitely will.
Gotcha.
I don't know if I'm trying to explain some things off the bat because I don't know if anybody in the chat knows anything about Tack. But if some people might remember, there was a Tack cartoon show. Tack is a Nickelodeon property.
The games came first.
The games came first, though. In fact, there were 3 excellent, high-quality Tack games that came out before the cartoon even launched. This is the first of them. It's called Tack. All right.
We're getting some reports. Zebra's a little quiet.
Yeah,
can't
the
believe that.
next time we hit a loading
That's
screen,
all
I'm
the
gonna bump
plants
Zebra,
here. We should try
I can't
somewhere else
believe this. I
now.
was too
Excellent.
loud before.
and we're about to. So this is the first level, Dry Rock Canyon. We're not even really supposed to be here yet, but we did a little trick to get over a wall earlier when we were in Tack's village. And now we're just going to pop right through this wall to get out of here because we have the 3 Nubu plants we need from this area.
Much like Sonic Adventure, walls are a suggestion.
Yeah, that one specifically. That wall is like the loosest like nexus of the universe possible. That teleporter gets us back.
I'd also like to remind our viewers that if we reach 7,500 before the end of the block, the $60 game raffle is still up for grabs. You can choose any game up to $60.
Ooh.
So, hey, donate and tell us your favorite things about TAC.
Yes.
And also if you like cows or King Gustavs or, hey, maybe even Zelda.
I don't know about you guys. The cow is a strong suggestion, but I gotta hold out for old Goosty the gamer. I hope he wins. Gustav. I think that's probably what he sounds like, right?
Yeah.
All right, so I turned Zebra up. We were about to hit another loading screen here, so we'll see if we can maybe bump Com up too in that turn.
Tell me how I sound,
Suspect
chat.
it will take us to the burial ground.
Now, Snack, from what I understand, there's a very important jump that you're about to get to.
Yes, so this is the burial grounds.
All of your ancestors are buried here.
And we're here to get an item called the staff,
Everyone
as well as 3 Nubu plants. We have a jump coming up here that, well, we'll do the PG version. A jump coming up here that is pretty tricky to get on your first try. Where every time we do it, when I've been doing and practicing, every time we do it, I say, if we make this jump first try, everybody gets paid. Now, again, that's the PG version. But I'm gonna let you guys use your imagination to figure out what the actual version is. But if we make it first try, everybody does get paid, and that includes the SGM. So I'm just letting you guys know. But basically, we're going to use a trick called a triple jump here, and hopefully we're going to get this. Alright, that was not it. Well, I'm sorry, I let you down.
Ah, womp womp. Well,
We'll get it in a couple tries.
Not the hold hands jump.
No. This is the empty pockets jump. Oh, we got it on our second real attempt, though. Bummer. Well, that's how sometimes tack just go like tack, baby. That's still good though. Usually that takes me a couple more attempts, so we're making good time so far.
If we're not gonna get paid, we'll at least still give some aid.
Ooh.
Right?
Good job, Sis.
I like that,
enough?
Sis. Good save, Sis.
Yeah.
He's so clever.
That's why that brought me on.
He's so resourceful.
Just like tag. I really learned a lot about tag, and I've used a lot of his teachings in my life.
I've learned everything good in my life from Ted.
You know, the hero's journey is wrought with turmoil.
For
I
sure.
mean, how are you gonna grow?
Now these Nubu plants make a very specific sound.
Yeah. I would describe them to make a sound kind of like this. Or maybe like. What do
None
you
of
guys
those have
think?
come
Did
through.
not get picked up.
How about
No.
like? Did you hear that?
Yeah, there we go.
I heard that. We'll see if the stream can see.
How about like?
Yeah, it's something like a. Yeah.
Yeah, the whole first part of this game is fighting the same boss 9 times. But I implore you to stick around because TAC actually is such a cracked game, you guys.
There's a lot of cool tech in this game.
I picked this up as a meme as a speed game, but I would not have stuck with it had it not been a cool run. So just to make that promise for you, I would not have stuck with it had it been lame.
It gets highly technical.
Yeah.
And cool to watch at the end.
There is some light tech on these Nubu plants too, where especially those first 2 in the dry rock area, you can kill them really fast if you can get enough hits in on their hitbox before they like start before they like wake up and start doing things. And we didn't do great at it, but yeah, there's only a couple seconds to be saved. This is a really long cutscene, and unless we really, really love Billy Bob Thornton impressions, this would be a great time for donations if we have any.
All right, and with that, we have a $10 donation from K-Man.
Yeah.
My favorite thing about Tak is his sense of justice and his unwavering resilience against the forces of a big string.
That's really important too, because Big String is out there raking in money and pulling the wool over all of it.
You okay?
And
No antagonist.
And I think Chelsea may be in on that.
I think she is too.
You get these dust balls
And
in your
hey,
throat.
K-Man, let us
They feel
know
like little
who you
rocks.
want to vote for in the
So,
race.
you're the great warrior of the Poopanoo
And with that puts us at a really cool 70-70.
Yo.
Your ancestors. Well, you don't look
And we've
so
also
great
unlocked
to me.
Me?
Chelsea
I'm not the great
fact
warrior.
number 3.
That's Locke's job. I'm just
There is
here
a
to take
reason
the
I
staff
love
to Jaboba.
Nukazon.
Prophecy says
It's a really
only
cool way
the
to
great
get cool
warrior
items
can
in a
have
very
the
safe
staff.
and not real
If
money
you can
way.
take the staff
I
from
love it
me,
because it's a very kind community and it's
meant
very
to have
giving
it.
and no real money is spent. It's just a cool way to get different items that you need more of.
man,
I'm currently
that's my
wearing a
fighting
New
arm.
Horizons
What
Nukazon
a
shirt
drag.
because I am on the staff.
Take the staff, great warrior.
Shout outs to the
Use it
Nukazon
wisely
community. Thank you
and
guys.
often, and don't ever touch me again.
Alright, and that's the cutscene there. Unskippable. And now we have another one that is also unskippable, but we like this one just because
This is a
just
powerful weapon.
Ski
Those
senpai at
awful
her.
nobles don't stand a chance
Just look at
now.
her.
Jeez.
Wait, and also look at this.
I
Watch,
bet
watch,
you can also
watch.
use this thing to
Do
pull
I?
yourself up onto higher ledges. This could come in handy. Tack, do you remember the
Alright, so
plans
that mummy
Jaboba
guy,
talked
that
about?
guy's name
We
is
should
Dead
find him.
Juju. He's one of
Maybe
the
you should try
Juju in
using
the
your new
game,
staff to get up
which
to
are
that
just like
door.
these spirits. They're just these wacky, kooky celebrity impression spirit guys. He's like one of the two we'll see. But he is important because he gives us an item called the Staff, which lets us do this cool, like, pole vault move, which is probably the coolest, like, normal thing you get in tech, or in TAC that's not, like, movement tech.
The funny thing about the staff is that they kind of like hype it up as this like mystical, like powerful ancient staff. It's really just a shoot of bamboo.
Oh,
yeah.
definitely. I mean, it does, all right, not to get too pedantic on TAC lore, but it does shoot magic acorns.
Oh well, that's true.
But you do have to get the magic acorns. Like, you cannot do that by default.
The staff itself has very little magic property.
Yeah, it's kind of a stick of bamboo.
I'd say the acorns are doing most of the heavy lifting. I'd say Tack is doing a lot of the heavy lifting.
Does
in
the
blowing
Chad make the
stuff.
stick, or does the stick make the Chad?
Okay,
I don't
that's
know,
all the
but-
brats
Wow.
here. We should try somewhere else now.
But when in doubt, take the stick out. That's all I know.
Words to live by.
Words to just make your whole being. Words to make your essence. All right, so that's 3 Nubu plants and the staff from Burial Grounds, and we're gonna get 9, or we're gonna get 3 more, so we have our full 9 from an area called Lower Tree Village. Just sort of the iconic. The Tree Village area is sort of the iconic area of TAC, I think. You're gonna see a lot of it.
I always think of. I kind of think of the Dry Rock Canyon
Yeah, that's another iconic
when I
area.
think of. So TAC is kind of divided. There's like 3 kind of like sections that you go back to each
Yeah, there's-
several times.
Well, I would say there's 4. There's Dry Rock, there's Chicken Island, which we won't go to at all in this run. It's
Oh, I
completely
forget
not
about
in the run.
Yeah.
yeah.
There's the Burial Grounds, which is also kind of the Mummy Tombs, is like another sub area of that area, and TAC, and the last one is I don't
The
know.
last one's TAC.
Last one's TAC.
Here.
Dry Rock Canyon. Did we say that?
Dry Rock Canyon,
Here,
Tree
probably, right?
Village.
Tree Village,
Chicken Island.
and
You might
Burial
already
Grounds.
know this, but this
And this is the hub
elevator
world.
takes-
TAC is sort of like again in this era, Jack and Daxter was a really popular game that came out and kind of like changed how collectathons were for like a while. And TAC definitely wants to be that. You can
I'm not
tell
saying
very
you
much that
Oh, yeah.
TAC wishes it was
Villagers
Jack
are
and
turning into
Daxter.
sheep as well.
So like the idea that you have like,
sad.
I mean,
They
in
took
Jack and
wood.
Daxter, there's no
It's a
loading
sheep
screens. In
motor.
TAC,
If you can
there
get the
are.
sheep to run, the
But
motor
you can
will
tell they
work.
wanted to do this kind of big interconnected world thing where you're going back and forth between areas as you get new powers and they open up. So, you know, it's a collectathon, but it has that kind of more like open edge to it that a game like that would have.
Hey, what if
Really
we
great
jump on
question
this
from the
motor
chat
to see what
here.
it does?
Do you like tack with a dark red diaper-shaped loincloth or a purple wrap around loincloth?
Wow, I don't even know how to respond to that.
Check it out.
I mean, I'm a fan of the classic tack, which is this one. But I like how in tack 2 he gets like a cape. So I think that's the tack I like. That's
really,
raw.
like, comes into the rolling too.
Yeah, he like he's based too. I mean, he's still based here. It's one of his best qualities, I think.
Remember, if you want to
In
switch
tag 2,
between
he's
your
like
club
goes
and
from
the
Chad to
blowgun,
Giga Chad.
just press the toggle weapon. Yikes!
You know, like, picking up a lot of these yellow feathers. What purpose will they serve?
So that's a great question because if you were a newbie playing tack, you would also have no idea for like the whole first like third of the game. But the feathers are a resource called mana, and we need those for. You can use those for spells, which are things that you'll start getting a little bit later on, once you get the spirit rattle, because it's what allows you to cast spells. We only really are going to use one active spell that consumes mana in this run, but it is a really important one. So that's what we're getting as much mana as we can that's on our path here, so that we can utilize the spell that we need it for later on more often.
Yeah, that one's gonna be in constant use.
Yes, pretty much the whole after the first like 30 minutes of the run, it's pretty constant.
The spells are actually pretty cool. I mean, there's a lot of different ones. There's like an AOE attack one. There's a heal one. There's a lot of really different, interesting.
There's one that turns the Nurbles, which are all the little Scrimblow enemy guys, into ghosts that you can consume to get more mana. There's one that allows you to summon.
Rich system.
Yeah, there's one that allows you to summon a melon, which is one of the throwable items in the game. That in some cases. And I think maybe in older versions of the tack any percent speedrun can be quite useful, but we aren't going to need it in this
There's another one of those creepy.
because the melons are very important for this run.
Wouldn't you be able to like sequence break puzzles with that?
Let's try that again, shall we?
Yeah, you can do a lot of crazy stuff with it. It's actually cracked, but unfortunately it's not as fast as just doing it the way we're doing it. And there are a lot of different ways to run this game. There's a staffless percent, where you can actually get through the game without the staff. I think that one may use the melon summon, actually. There's a trick called early spirit rattle, which allows you to skip this whole part we're doing. That was bad. Early spirit rattle is part of the world record run, but there's a lot of like other really difficult tricks that open up with that. So I figured we would do this version of the run without it, because it's still cool. But maybe if I continue to get based attack and I go for world record,
Sweet.
possibly if down the line if that happens, then we'll do another run on here sometime with all that too.
I don't think this rope swings.
No, I know it looked like a minute or so ago. You looked like you had an embarrassing death there, but it was actually a well-crafted plan.
Yeah.
To skip up to the Nubu plant.
That little staff jump death there puts you in the like active checkpoint zone for that Nubu plant, and then it lets you
I love things like
warp
that
right
in
up there.
games.
Yeah. I actually missed that one a lot, so I'm glad we got it. You want to aim for like a specific spot, but it's a little finicky to get sometimes. If we have time for any other donations, again, you can interrupt me at any time.
I just want to say, as an incentive, it might be really cool to spend this segment. If anybody has any like really cool things to say about dinosaurs in particular, for our announcer to read off.
Hey, whoa.
That
Whoa,
might be.
hey,
Whoa,
whoa, hey.
well, come on. I mean, it's all for a good cause.
Yeah, you're right.
Hey, it looks like the
So,
orangutan
that
Yeah,
might
if
be
you want to
fun.
torture our
Just-
announcer with facts about the coolest animals that ever walked the earth, dinosaurs, please send them in.
Yeah, hit us with your coolest dino facts, real.
Yeah, hit us with, you could even hit us with dino facts fake. I wouldn't mind that. As long as they're not about Yoshi, who is a frog, not a dinosaur.
And hey, make sure if you donate to make sure to note who you want to go for in the finish cap race. We currently have a $23 gap between Cow and King Gustav, with Cow leading right now.
Let's go,
Zelda?
Gustav.
Zelda fans, slacking a bit. I'm not
Zelda
gonna
fans
go
are
it.
asleep right now, I think.
Yeah.
Almost an $80 deficit. Only just barely on the board.
But it's not too late for a rally, I would say.
Never too
Zelda
late.
fans rallied. I mean, if everybody in chat donated $2 right now to Zelda,
We can do it.
That's it. Jack.
$80
You
in
have the
2
plans.
hours.
$2 and a cool dinosaur fact.
need these.
Hello, based department.
And you get more Cholsey facts.
Yeah, and you get
Donate
more.
over $10.
we
The
need to
Chol-
unlock those
The Cholsey
facts.
facts will only get darker, people. So please continue to donate for them.
The Cholsey facts
We've had
read
a
like a
sneak
diary in
preview.
Resident Evil,
There
and
are,
they need
I
to be
think,
heard.
10 facts, and
Yeah.
we're on 4.
Zebra says they read like diary entries in a horror game.
They get progressively darker. They start off like innocent enough.
So we're done with Nubu plants now. We got to go turn them into Jabulba. There are a bunch of cutscenes in this game, and again, the skippable ones we will be skipping because they're just really
Well, we still
long.
need to get more plants.
But some of them
How
are
to
funny, and the
explore
character
other side of the
Jabulba,
island
who's like this
so
like
we should
old
try that
shaman
next.
guy, he is actually pretty funny. So I kind of regret that we're skipping him. There's also a lot of like fart and scatological humor and stuff you would expect from a Nickelodeon
Absolutely.
game. But like when it's
Nickelodeon
funny,
game from 2002,
when it's funny,
four.
it is fairly funny, I think.
It's all
Jabulba,
over the place.
Jabulba, interestingly enough, only has like an HD like CG cutscene model. He
Yes.
has no in-game.
In Tak
You
2,
only
he
ever
does.
see him in cutscenes.
Yeah, in this game he does not. This is his hut right here where you start, and that's what we just went into. So now we're gonna fight the first mini boss against Pins and Needles, two of the most classic video game villains I think of all time.
Snack really identifies with these.
I'm a
two.
big fan of Pins specifically, who is this chunky guy. But these are the bad guys' henchmen, and we're gonna see that here in this cutscene that is unskippable.
They feel like little Disney henchmen.
Yeah, definitely.
They're definitely like iconic bumbling idiot henchmen.
If Tak was a Disney movie, there would be a McDonald's toy of both of them. They're like Hades' flunky off of Hercules.
Yeah.
They're like exactly like that, actually.
Are we sure that I'm positive? I would be not surprised if there were McDonald's tack toys.
There might have been.
Or
possibly.
some kind of fast food.
Enough. Pins, needles.
I was actually gonna say they remind me of the two
Afterwards, you can fight as much as you like.
robot assistants in the classic
The new
PBS kid show, Cyber Chase.
Oh, okay. I thought you were gonna say Eggman's assistants on the new Sonics.
No,
this
no.
this is not going well so far, but this is a tricky mini boss fight. Actually, it's not tricky to beat, but it is tricky to do fast. We basically need to throw these little orb things at the two characters. That makes their like heads blow up big.
One down, one to go.
This is going terrible, but it's fine. It's not hard. It's just hard.
Going big head mode.
It's yeah. We're activating
reads as
we're activating
we developed a
GoldenEye big head mode.
So let's what if we put it in the game?
There may be a big head cheat to turn on for tech. That I'm sorry, I don't know 100%.
I
But
bet Jabulba will want to talk to you.
that may
We do have
exist.
confirmation in the chat that there were McDonald's Happy Meals toys.
Oh my God.
Of Tak and the Power of Juju.
That's awesome.
So if anybody can find those and just like wants to be nice, if you could please send me those. If you can find them on eBay or something. One time when we were streaming this game, after this stream I just started googling Tak merch, and there wasn't a lot, but there's some funny stuff.
I see a Yorble over there. Do you
I
see
found a
that?
shirt once. I found a shirt that said, "If you don't like Tak and the Power of Juju, you probably won't like me," and I'm okay with that. And I almost ordered it and put on face cam and wore it for this marathon, but I did not end up doing that. So now so the item we just got was a spirit rattle. It's this cool like turtle shell rattle thing, and it makes this cool little trail behind you. It's definitely cooler than the staff. And that allows us to see Yorbles, which is what this thing is. These are the Yorbles. There's 200 in the game, and regardless of what category or what run you're doing, you need 100 of them to finish the game. It's a hard requirement. So that means there's also a very heavy routing element to Tak as well, meaning that you want to pick up as many Yorbles as you can, but ones that are on the path that you're trying to take. So it adds this interesting element to it.
Yeah, I think that's one of the coolest things about the run. I like any run where you have to like route out stuff
route
like
a
that.
collectible.
Coming through with a $10 donation from the Velts.
Yo!
Yo, the Vel.
You should find
Thank
a
you,
shrine
Vel.
so you can summon the
Do you
Jujus
think
for help.
Tack can survive me?
I think
If
Tack would
so-
thrive on the build.
Two
I
peas
do.
in a pod.
If so, what does he need from this game to avoid certain doom? Incentive, putting this towards the Zelt.
Yo.
Oh,
Parentheses.
yo.
Zelda.
Parentheses, Zelda. And with that, we have unlocked Chulzy fact number 4. I like breaking the rules on New Horizons. Before hacked islands were now recently popular, I have hacked Bill's old Switch since day one in order to be an everyday trader on the black market Discord.
Mana
for New
Magnet
Horizons.
allows you to pick up mana without having to run right through it.
And
Fact.
a $4.20 donation from Master Starman
Yo.
that just says, "Show me Tack."
Show me Tack!
Show me Tack.
Yes! Tack!
And on the board, the number one answer with 100 votes. It's Tack.
Tack! Ding! So we're going to do a very
Good remembrance on the button there.
we're gonna do a very infamous trick here. Oh, I'm also gonna turn up Comb for a second. Okay, we're gonna do a crazy trick here, which is gonna be we're gonna attempt to skip one of the cutscenes that plays for a Juju. It's called Dinky Juju, and there's 3 things that can happen in this skip. 1, we fail it and we see the cutscene. 2, we get it and it warps us all the way across the area. And 3, it completely hard locks and crashes the game. So any of those could happen. I'm pretty consistent at it, but I'm just letting you guys know. If something really terrible looking happens, it's understood. We're aware of it.
Now, what do we? How do we do this, Skip it? I believe you're like trying to put the key down at the same time as you get hit or something.
All right, we crashed it.
Oh no!
No.
That's fine though. Okay, so basically how the trick works is you want to smack the Yorble or the Nurble, which is what the name of the little villain thing is, the little enemy. You smack the Nurble so that the Nurble's explosion happens close to the same time that you place the Tiki head. And what that does is, I think for some reason it overrides the cutscene. It just makes like the game can't hang, and it's just like I don't know what to do, and so it just skips the cutscene. So because it's a pretty quick turn back around, I am gonna try it again just because I want to show it to you guys because it looks cool. And because
It is a cool skip.
it does save a good amount of time. But if we keep messing it up, we'll watch the cutscene. It's fine.
Dinky Juju, is that the one with the shoes?
Yeah.
It's the
Dinky
little baby
Juju
one.
is who is the voice for Dinky?
I don't know. The game has like 3 voice actors.
Well, it's someone who's like from cartoons.
It has some pretty iconic
Yeah,
ones though.
someone pretty well known. I don't remember. Somebody can look it up. I don't remember. But the voice of Dinky Juju, like if you watch a lot of cartoons, you'll recognize them. But you won't because we're not gonna see it. We're gonna get the trick right now.
Important question from the chat here. Why or what would you want to see in an HD remaster of the Tack trilogy?
Oh my god. I would just want to see Flora looking her best, I think.
Oh my god.
HD
The
Flora,
H-
are you kidding?
The HD Flora,
A Jaboba model.
a Jabal.
That time we got the cutscene, so we're gonna try it one more time.
Womp womp. I would love to see a recreation of the classic Wakefield Tack music video.
Oh my
The modern
god.
era.
That would be if they brought them back together.
If they got the band back together, and did and recreated the magic that
Yeah.
that once was.
So there's this ridiculous music video from this like pop punk band called Wakefield. That's in this game. It was like the promo song for Tag. We believe that the band has broken up. I'm actually gonna try this one more time.
We're pretty certain that the band has split up.
We tried to tweet at them for this and we realized they didn't. Their last tweet was like 2010 or something.
Yeah.
Sweet.
All right, we crashed it again. I'm just gonna take the cutscene L.
Ah, well, womp womp.
Again, I usually am pretty consistent at that trick, but for the marathon, I don't want to waste your guys' time.
Well, but what if we try? No, it's fine.
So I think we're just gonna watch it. It's kind of funny. It has a little baby Scrimblow in it. And I'll tell you guys, well, it'll be easy to see like what the trick does in a second here.
Okay, here's a role that Dinky Juju does that I think you would know.
Yeah.
Kari from Digimon.
Oh.
Oh.
Yeah, you guys will get to hear it.
I love Kari from Digimon.
Me too, she's so good. My Wii that I am playing this off of, I have riding shotgun with me on my desk just for the possibility that this could happen. I wanted as easy access to it as I possibly could get because, again, there's no way to reset the game once that happens. Alright. Again, in a regular run, because this is fairly early, it's only like 20 minutes or so into the run. In a regular run, you would probably just reset here, but because it isn't really too bad to get. But we gonna keep rolling. Alright, so Dinky Juju cutscene. We have donos, another great time to read it off.
Dinky Juju cutscene.
Hey, no new donations, but I will give the update. In the race, we are currently at 87.55 for Cal in the lead, followed by $60 with King Gustav Gamer, and then 15. That's a higher number than it was before for Zelda.
Thank you.
Thank you, Zelda. She
I'd
woke
also
up.
like to remind everyone that you can go to !merch to get some SGM 2022 merch, where all proceeds will go towards the cause.
I gotta get me a shirt still.
My shirt came in yesterday. I got
What
the
color
purple
did you
one.
get?
Purple.
Oh.
Let me look right now, actually. Let me look at someone's merch.
Dinky Juju looks like baby from Dragon Ball
Dinky
GT.
Juju is insane. So yeah, so basically what the skip does is it would skip that whole cutscene and just put us right there. Which is where we want to go because we're going to now go into Tak's most prominent sub game, which is in this level area called Numa Dunes. I've turned comb up some on my end, but I may be able to turn him up higher.
This place is called
Let me just do
Numa
that.
Dunes,
all the way.
but there's much
Let's get the
more
Go
than
I'll do
it on my
sand.
end.
You'll find canyons,
I might
ruins,
be able to boost.
monster spawns.
I bumped
And
you
if you
up
learn
more.
how to use your sandboard, I bet you find Yorbles here too.
Yeah, so Tak has snowboarding in it. We saw. Well, this is sandboarding, but there is also a snowboarding level. That one we're not going to go to, but we're here in Numa Dunes to get a couple Yorbles and the spell that we were talking about earlier. That's really important.
How finicky are the Yorbles? Are they pretty magnetic if you get close enough to them?
No, but
You're gonna be right on them.
yeah, there are there. I thought this when we. So okay, the whole reason I'm here speedrunning Tak with actual partially world record tech. The reason I'm doing this is because we streamed it like last year, and it was a huge meme for us. This was a game I owned as a kid, and I did like when I was younger, but it's mostly a meme. And when we were playing this on the stream, I could not hang at all in this level. I thought it was so impossible. We just missed a Yorble there.
Do you want to try that again?
But there actually are some ways to make it kind of fun. Like, there's ways to turn tighter if you hold L and move the controls, or the camera stick, the C stick actually. You can like really control your midair movement. And when you know how to do that, it's actually pretty fun. It's like not bad.
I recall it being a pretty fine little snowboard. game.
It's probably one of the better things that's in Tag.
Wow,
It's
high
probably,
praise.
That's crazy.
It's probably one of the better parts of Tag, honestly.
It looks better than Sonic Adventure.
Yeah, it's definitely better than Sonic Adventure snowboarding. So we've been doing tricks there just to get our boost meter up, because you need it to do a couple of these jumps to get the Yorbles. But we're done here now, because we're going to grab this, which is our spell, which is called Crazy Feet, and we're going to go back to Tax Village.
Does anyone in the tech community run like high score runs in the sandboarding?
That I truly could not tell you. Not to my knowledge, but if it doesn't exist, it might need to be a category that we get started. So Crazy Feet, while holding X, allows us to run faster at the cost of a mana feather per second. It also allows us to jump further. It's kind of just the best thing to always have on all the time. So we're going to be using it a lot.
So now our MO is just collecting Yorbles.
Yep. Which we're gonna kind of do in, like, again, sort of the most optimal route for the way that we're playing right now. What was happening right now is not optimal. Oh, we're just trying to make that jump. See, again, this is a tough jump. This is a jump we did when we came here the first time, where we just sort of fell. But with Crazy Feet, you can clear these jumps. That one actually is not particularly tough. There is a tough one off this mushroom coming up here that it's really hard to do without the Crazy Feet, and we just did it. We just did it, like our first try without even like talking about it. When
All
we were
right,
here
let's
before.
go.
You'll get him next time.
Yeah, but here we're just getting just Yorbles for us. For us.
If we had to speculate what the Yorbles are,
Says that is such a dangerous question.
they seem like. I mean, they seem very like lunar, like very moon-esque.
Yeah. Well, the Moon Juju is like the ultimate like good guy of this game. She's like
That's
the one
true.
who was sealed away by the bad guy. So maybe they had like of her essence, kind of, you know. Maybe they're like a familiar of the Moon Juju.
No, they also, I would argue, look kind of maybe like they could taste good.
Yeah, for sure.
Let's go back and try
Easily.
again.
They look like they might be like yogurt dipped.
Yes, yeah, for sure.
That's the vibe I get from them. There's a tricky Yorble to, the easy Yorble to forget up here above this thing, so we're not gonna forget that. Now we're gonna go to the next part of Tree Village, which is called Upper Tree Village. Again, a lot of this area we're doing out of order, or like in weird ways. It's hard to tell just because of the way we're doing it, but this is where the game is about to become cracked. Because Upper Tree Village is where the coolest and also most difficult to learn piece of tech comes in to play. And we're gonna do it here. It's called throw hovering, and it's gonna allow tack to fly, basically.
I feel like that's the most hype thing like, in the run.
Yeah, I agree. The most hype thing in the marathon, possibly. I'm just kidding. So there's two elements.
That's nice, that's short.
Thanks, Sis. There's two elements to this. So we're gonna use this melon to get item storage, which is a thing in a lot of speedruns, but it's also in tag. Basically, we need to land on this, and on the very, very first frame, only one frame after you land, you need to look down the staff, which has a scope. Now we have storage. Normally, when you're picking up these melons, this little reticle thing is like aiming like at things, but when you have it, it's under tack, and that's how you know that you have storage. So basically, the other.
What does this do for us?
Yeah, so I'm going to show you. So the other element is this allows us to, normally when you press B to throw, it throws the melon. This allows us to not throw the melon. And if we press A and B at the same time for just one frame simultaneously, it allows tack to do the movement called throw hovering, which we just used there, which you can basically just use to go anywhere. you can use it to just go to anywhere in the entire game, provided there's not like an invisible wall.
Highly technical.
Yeah, it was really hard for me to learn.
Yeah, Stack's making it look easy, but I mean, again, these are all his wording, frame perfect tricks.
It's
Each time he does it.
double frame perfect for both A and B, and you have to hit it on the same one frame. every time you to continue doing the hover. Now, if you're hovering against a wall, oh jeez, okay. If you're hovering against a wall, which a lot of these these little Yorble ones are, then it's easier because if you drop your input, you can reset it. If you're hovering like straight over a pit or something, you cannot reset it like that, and that's when it gets really hard to keep the input up. But
sheep here.
people know that, and that's why most of the hovering is against walls or things like that. Again, the world record run that has the early Spirit Rattle has this really, really long, difficult throw hover in the mountaintop area, which we're not going for, but the hovers we'll do in this run are still pretty cool.
This kind of reminds me of like the zombie hovering you do in Wind Waker.
When in doubt,
Yeah,
With bombs.
with the
It's
like
very
the single
similar in
tuner.
execution. Yeah.
We dropped it there. You can hover across this whole gap, but I figured we would just go for it once, and if we dropped it, we dropped it. It doesn't take very long to get over the other normal way. I'm just gonna keep picking up Yorbles.
Looks like we're closing in on about the 20% mark for Yorbles.
Yep,
I'm just hitting it.
we're hitting it, hitting it, hitting
be
it.
careful, Tack. It's a
I think Tack
long
knows how
way
to
down.
make it hip hop. Do you guys think that?
I mean, it's a lifestyle, and I think he lives it.
I think
I
think
may
base.
disagree.
Oh?
Wow, Sizz. Can't believe I'm hearing this from you.
Does
On what grounds?
I mean, on the burial grounds.
Hey, good. Hey, good tack ref, Sizz.
I mean, do the Pupanunu people know hip hop?
I think they know hip hop. I mean, Tack knows "boom shakalaka," a phrase
Tack does
from
know boom
from
shakalaka.
real
You know what?
from
I stand
basketball
corrected.
in our world. So he must. I think he knows about hip
You
hop.
don't even hip hop has gone by many names throughout
Actually,
that's
history.
true.
Actually,
it's
I can provide a definitive answer.
Do so.
In Tack, the Great Juju Challenge, which is the third Tack game, there is a cutscene wherein Tack and Locke freestyle rap. So he knows hip hop.
I stand corrected.
Yeah. So
Tack knows hip
if
hop.
you've been looking for a new series to check out, baby, you
When
got.
you said it was definitive, I didn't think it would actually be definitive.
It very easily could have not been. You're right.
closed debate.
So this is a really cool room coming up here. We're gonna use throw hovering to get all of these Yorbles in here. The normal way, which is using these kind of environmental puzzles with these orangutans, is cool too.
This
I
room
think.
is tricky to figure out.
Yeah, the orangutans are a cool, like the puzzles where they they do a lot of interesting things. They can pick up sheep. Earlier we saw them like get bothered by a monkey and like move to pick him up. You can make them move around with melons. They're actually like a pretty interesting element of the puzzles in this game. But we're gonna skip all of them just because we're gonna get storage here again. We're gonna get all these Yorbles via hovering.
I got a nice comment from Brudge here saying, Tack, we are the Tack, celebrating yet another Juju bash.
Tack.
He's so noble today. Yep, you guessed it, be afraid.
Yep, you guessed it. I'm still afraid.
Actually, I have a question. How crazy feat? Do you have to hold a button when you activate that, or is it just a push?
Yeah, you have to hold X.
Okay,
Oh, wow. I didn't
So
know. I thought
that's-
it was just a mode that you activate.
that's even more complex.
I like it better just because, like, if you had to push it, it'd be harder to turn it off, I think. I mean, one could say that. Well, actually not, because there are times for sure when you want to, because turning the camera is really important for your jump arcs in Tack, to make sure you're going the right direction. So there's sometimes when you're holding Crazy Feet, pressing A, and turning the camera at the same time, and you have to use what I call the claw, basically where, you know, you put your index finger on the A button and your middle finger on the X button. You know, you
Ball
gotta-
grip is raw.
you make do with what you can. Yeah, we're gonna use the claw very close to the end of the run to make the worst jump in the game. But for now, we're just breezing through this level with our throw hovering and getting Yorbles along the way. Again, you are not supposed to be able to be here. There's a whole cutscene with one of the Jujus that we're skipping. We're skipping everything.
Skipping everything, collecting all the Yorbles.
Yeah, baby, that's how we do
There it is. There's the tiki.
We don't need that tiki. Whoops.
Sweet.
Yeah,
This
the
tiki will
100
let us summon a
Yorble
Juju.
task, it's
Let's go
sounds
find the shrine
daunting
where
at
this
first,
works.
but you know, once you kind of know the routing, it seems like you really do pick them up pretty quickly.
Yep.
And
Yeah.
we're already at 30.
They're peppered along the route.
Yeah, and the cool thing about TAC is like, honestly, again, this is the first like speed game I've really learned like this, and if you are a unrepresented TAC fan out there like myself and want to pick up a speed run, I would definitely recommend this. It's other than this trick that we were doing here, which takes a lot of practice. It's fun to learn, and like there's a lot of different ways you can kind of do it at whatever skill level you have. It was a lot easier for me to pick up than I thought it was going to be.
You know, Mountaintop is home to lots of
Again, but
animals.
this is a game that you
can see
did
why they
pick
like
up.
it.
I mean,
The
maybe
biggest space to roam.
three,
A couple
I
months
think
ago.
This is the
3
way to
months ago,
Powder
3.5 months ago,
Canyon.
maybe.
If you can get the snowboard, you'll be able to go there.
And look how far he's come.
Great progress.
Hey, thanks, babe.
He's on world record pace. He's not.
I'm not.
What is your PB?
My PB is 144.
That's pretty good.
Which we're not gonna break today, because
Certainly not. We've already messed up.
yeah, because the Dinky Juju skip we messed up. On my PB, I got it first try. But it doesn't mean we can't have a good run here. We still could easily get below 2 minutes, or below 2 hours.
Wow.
Yeah,
We're
I'm
gonna
that
get. How are we gonna do that?
I don't know.
That's correct. Is that a Juju power?
We'll figure it out. Yeah, it resets the timer on the marathon's end.
That's really
awesome.
cool, actually.
It's pretty rawsome. So this is a very un-rawsome jump here. It doesn't look cool and it's hard to do. But basically we're going to use a crazy feat combined with the staff jump to get over this wall. It's just a really finicky hitbox we need to make.
Wait.
I was literally about to say it.
There we go. Hey, you got it. You did it for me. Wait base, wait work.
Hey, all right.
Wait base. Do you think Tack and Asuka would get along?
I think maybe.
I don't know. I feel like
Wow.
Tack is a little bit like maybe not after his journey is done, but I think he could be a little Shinji-esque upon like meeting Asuka. You know? I
Yeah.
don't think she doesn't. I don't think he strikes me as the type she would be like super into
What if-
like knowing about.
What if Pac cranked that soldier boy?
Oh man, that would be sick. That would be awesome. Yeah, so we're here in this mountaintop area just to get Yorbles, basically. But there are a good amount of them here.
I would say this is visually one of the nicest looking areas in the game. This
Yeah.
this kind of lower.
I'm gonna keep it
mountaintop
real with
area.
you guys. I think TAC is a pretty nice looking game for this. Like, there's money here for sure for this
Yeah.
era. The art design, I think, is
Nickelodeon money.
yeah. The art design, I think, is strong. Just the general aesthetic, especially of maybe not the characters who are just kind of gross looking, but like of
Characters are a
the
little
areas.
gross.
There's again, there's sort of like a kind of like a whimsical like vibe to it all. A lot of like swirly like stuff, or like these like craggy looking trees and all this. Like I think it's visually has a strong like artistic idea, and I think just graphics wise it looks better than a lot of other licensed games like this that came out at the time.
Yeah, if you really like, I mean, Snack's moving pretty fast here, but if you really kind of were to pause and look at the background like skyboxes, they're all really beautiful, I think.
Yeah, the one in the tree village area that we were just in is really cool. It has like these cool like illustrations of these like tree houses and all that, where you would imagine the characters would live. So now we're taking a little page out of Donkey Kong Country and we're riding this rhino. Oops.
Does the rhino have a name?
He can have a
Or just
name.
a rhino? I'd like to name the rhino.
Fu was asking earlier about the tutorial text on the bottom of the screen constantly there because of the item storage, or
Yes.
is that normal?
That is because of the item storage. So I think normally normally that would pop up if you were holding a melon, but you're usually not holding a melon for very long because usually you're throwing it at something. But because we're in a constant state of melon holding, no matter what we do and we have storage, it's just always on the screen.
That was very clean. Good jump there.
Heads up,
Hey,
these
thanks.
are more
That is a
like
tricky
fire
jump to
coconuts.
get.
I was gonna point out we just cleared a very important Yorble number.
Oh yeah, 42, huh?
Yeah.
Okay, that's
This
all
is
the
44,
Yorbles
so
here.
we're on
We
track
should
so
try
far.
somewhere else
Well, that's
instead.
because it's because Tack in the Power of Juju was a 42 out of 10.
This is the first video game that has ever been scored a 42 out of 10 by reputable sources.
By top critics.
It wasn't just us. We swear.
Well, I think we were very fair in our ranking.
There was a lot of deliberation that led to it.
There was deliberation. There were
We had to
times when it
pick a
dropped.
few points.
I don't think we'll be seeing any of the locations that warranted a drop in score in the run.
There might be one. We're on our way there.
Oh dear.
Oh yeah. All right.
Cool part of the
Oh,
run.
yeah.
Not an area I particularly like. Okay, so that first little loop of Lower Tree Village to Upper Tree Village to the mountaintop is one of our first like our big arcs of the game out of the way.
Yeah, we're done with that kind of region of the
that
world.
biome. We're now going back to Dry Rock Canyon because there's a lot in this area. So in tech, you're supposed to, again, what we're doing right now, which is getting the Yorbles, is one of the two things you need to do for the second leg of the game. It's this, and then you have to go to an area called the Spirit World to get Locke, who's the hero guy's soul back. So normally you would do that all first, and then you'd be able to start doing the stuff we're doing here. But we're going to use some clips and just some general trickery to do this stuff first. So normally you would not be coming here at this point, but we will. I mean, you could come here to get Yorbles, because you can go back to any area at any time. But not doing stuff we're about to
Good
do.
one. You just found a longer life Juju spell. Now you can battle the Nurbles longer before needing to be healed.
Yeah, so there are some other passive spells we picked up. We picked up one called Mana Magnet earlier that lets the mana like home into you, kind of like, you know, like Spyro or Ratchet and Clank or something like that. And then we just picked up one called Longer Life, which you can guess what that does. Just gives you more health, which is just good to have.
I'm actually surprised that that's what you compared the Mana Magnet to. My first thought, or what I had maybe assumed you would compare it to, would be like the electric shield from Sonic.
I mean, yeah, that too.
And if you had to give an impression on how that sounds.
It would be like, gang,
Alright.
Good.
gang. So there's our clip there to get into Dry Rock Caverns, which is there's a lot of time that can be saved or lost here, just because of technical platforming. This is also one of the toughest areas to route because, just to be real, TAC is just really visually dark. It's just really hard to see what's happening in TAC. And I apologize that the darkness on the feed for you guys is going to be a lot lower than what I'm looking at, so it's probably going to look like I'm just like running around through the abyss. But
It's not too bad.
Just trust
That
me
makes
that
it
it's
more impressive.
just trust me that it's sick. That everything I'm doing is so sick, and I could do this with my eyes closed. Just trust that. But yeah.
Could you do it? You say, would you do it with your eyes closed?
Would I
What
do
amount
it?
of money?
If we met the goal.
Nice thing. Well, you heard it here first, folks. We hit that 15K goal. Snack will do the rest of the run blindfolded.
This is truly one of the most noble points of the TAC journey as
Yes,
well.
he really has to go into the darkness, not only of the area, but within, I think.
Mhm.
The darkness in his own heart to face that he has to face for us.
This is when it gets the spirit wave.
Yeah, yes! This is when Genkai like puts him in the cave and he has to like, he has to overcome. And it plays that song that goes like gong, 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 gong.
Yeah, that's a great song.
I'm not familiar.
Hey, this is
Don't worry about it, bud.
Watch Yu Hakusho.
Okay.
I almost fell off there. So again, like there's a lot of there's a lot of platforms in this area that are just floating and you want to be going in and out of here as fast as you can. Again, we're here just to get Yorbles. Because there's a bunch of them. There's like 12 in here.
Yeah, this area, there's like 3 different kind of paths, and they're all each more difficult than the last.
Yeah. Normally, I'm showing myself as a fake fan here. I don't remember what you get for lighting all of those lights. It may open something in Dry Rock Caverns. You do need to do it for some reason during the regular run. But here we're only gonna do 2 of these light paths, and just to get Yorbles.
Truly, can't remember.
Well, there's an area that you go to that's called the Sun Temple, which is where we're headed next, and that you need the Hero's Amulet to get into, which is something you get after you save Locke. So normally you'd need all of the Yorbles first before you could even do that. Again, it's not how we're doing it in this, but there's that. I don't remember what you get from coming in.
But there are Yorbles in the Sun Temple.
Yeah, well, the thing is, there's 200 Yorbles, and you only need 100 of them.
That's wild.
Alright, so we're on pace here. There's a nice backup to get here, but because we're on track, I'm not going to get it. We want 64 leaving here, and I always remember that just because it's an easy number to remember.
There's talk in the chat of if we hit the milestone, we'll get who I assume is maybe Odin running the Stack Game Marathon Twitch account. Who could know at this point? And PTM will join in attack race. So
what does that mean?
These are big incentives.
They're gonna join an attack race?
Yeah, that's what they're saying.
All right.
That they're gonna run tack. But we gotta hit that goal.
Oh, well, we're definitely gonna hit that goal.
If that's something you want to see.
I would love nothing more than to see
Spread the word. Tweet out some big names.
If only you could tweet at Wakefield.
Keep buying Wendy's and keep tweeting at Wendy's about the marathon. It's the only way.
I'm having trouble parsing this cave. Are the floors supposed to be ice? Is it
Yes,
slick with water?
Yes. There are slick floors like that one that I just ran on there, and if you're holding crazy feet, you can walk on them. You have traction on them, but you don't normally have.
Oh, that's cool property.
Yeah. So this is your biggest area that eats into your mana if you fall a lot in here. We've done pretty good, honestly. We have hardly fallen at all, and we're done. But this is a big mana waster area if you mess up a lot.
Yeah, and the Nurbles are just constant.
The Nurbles are incessant here. They especially the ones that throw things at you, which can just snipe you out of the air and make you die. So that second cave we went through there to get that light, that was pretty messy. I just wanted to make sure I didn't miss anything, and the game has this weird element here where there are 3 checkpoints along each path, and if you die, it just decides what checkpoint to go to, which is really disorienting. It's really hard to tell where you are from the checkpoint spots. But that was pretty good, honestly. We went through there pretty quick. Trick this ram. Or not. Try that again.
Do you want to try that again? Another thing that's so important about Flora is that she's so supportive of Tack.
Yeah.
She really looks after him and gives him lots of advice and she tells him about all the little areas that they go to.
She's helpful. She's quick-witted.
She's just
kind.
such a nice. She's so kind.
So great.
Yeah, genuinely, it might sound like we're doing a bit.
It's not a bit.
But
it's just the
she's
truth.
genuinely just pleasant.
I'm genuinely down bad.
Yeah. So this is
Not even for Flora, just in general.
Hey,
so
thanks, Ace.
it's good to say it's good looks. So
Hey, the Sun Temple. This area is awesome.
we just clipped into an area called Sun
Sun
Temple, which
Temple's
again
been
you're not
here
supposed
for
to be
way
able to be
longer
in
than I
yet
can
because you need
remember.
Again, you would have normally had 100 of the Yorbles
We'll have to
before
figure
coming
them
here.
out if we plan to
This is
find
a really
the
cool
monster.
area. One, it has this banger
I
vibe
think
music.
those jars are full of some kind of oil.
But two,
You may
we're gonna
be
do
able
some
to
cool
use
throw
them to start
hovering
fires.
here.
I think the hot
We're gonna
floors
get some
will
more
ignite the oil.
Yorbles. We're gonna, you know, we're just gonna
There's
have
cool
a
clips.
yeah,
It's
there's,
a
there's
cool area.
cool clips, cool tricks, just cool.
Gotcha. Gotcha.
These nervous.
Coming in with a $25 donation
Yo.
from Powered Attack
Whoa!
Yes.
with the message, invoke tack. Incentive, Zelda.
He used the invoke tack command. Thank you, Power
And with
Attack.
that, we've also unlocked Chulzy Fact number 5, the halfway point of Chulzy Fact. I have never shown my current island to anyone, and my dream address and designs cannot be public, or my Nintendo account will be voided. I've already received at least 3 emails from Nintendo warning me about uploading inappropriate content because someone stumbled across my meme design, like a bikini tingle and send nudes flower garden map design.
Love the way that Com reads the Chelsea facts.
It almost
He
has,
makes
like, deep thoughts.
he
underneath.
makes him sound so severe.
And you can hear more of that for just $10.
What a steal. Get them in, guys. There's still plenty of Chelsea facts out there.
We need to hear the rest of the Trolley facts.
Also worth mentioning that that donation put us over another $100, putting us at $71.09.
Hey, awesome.
Yo.
$400 off the next behind-the-scenes fun incentive, the spicy Twinkie.
You'll get it next time.
That's
We want to
I
get
don't know
that.
what to think about
I
that.
want to see them. I want to see
I wanna
Odin
see the
specifically
spicy
eat that.
Twinkie.
Odin has been like someone when they were playing the Chubby Bunny one. Someone
I missed
described
that.
someone in the chat described it as Bill looking like he had the time of his life and Odin looking like he had the worst day of his life. Which is a really funny dichotomy between them. Alright, so we're getting storage again here. We're gonna do more throw hovering. This time we're gonna use it to just go clip the whole wrong way through this level.
I think this is one of my favorite parts of the run to watch.
This is also, in my opinion, this is the hardest like throw hover we need to get. Because there is an invisible wall up, like an invisible barrier or whatever you want to call it up here. That is just really hard to, you're supposed to grab it and it's really hard to grab and get over. But we'll get it. There we go. Oh, almost.
Again, this
Hey.
is like very impressive.
There we go, we got it that time.
Yeah, again, each time you see Tack like do a little uppies, again, those are the double frame perfect presses that Snack has to combo.
There is one, there's one throw hover that's kind of infamous in this area called the YOLO jump.
Oh.
Now, we probably
Should we go
aren't.
for it?
We're going for it for sure, but we probably won't get it. But never say never. I've gotten it before. That is a completely over a bottomless pit throw hover, and you have to hit like 6 of them in a row or something. But it would skip an entire room if we can get it, and it's about to come up. So, fingers crossed, everybody.
I believe.
Send me your energy.
Hands up!
It is coming up here.
Where's your hands up?
My hands are up.
Well, hold on. Don't put them up yet, because we got a little bit. We got to get through 2
Oh,
of these
okay,
like
alright.
challenge rooms here first.
Sure. Take my energy back.
Good power down, Sis.
Yeah.
More throw hovers just to get through these doors. Normally you would have to beat all these Nurbles, and those big guys are really like they take forever to beat the normal way, so really annoying. We're just kind of fly through the wall and skip it.
Yeah, this is a very combat heavy focused
Yeah.
end game area.
Also nice.
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 Yeah, there's like 3 end game locations. This one is very combat. There's one that's the chicken tower, which is very puzzle
Yeah.
oriented.
All right,
And there's a
well,
third one which I would describe as very gimmick oriented.
yeah. Well, yes. So the final leg of the game, which is collecting 3 of these things called moonstones. One of them is in here, in the Sun Temple. One of them is in an area called the Chicken Temple, which is the puzzle one Sis was talking about. That's like a Zelda dungeon, basically. And then there's one in that mountaintop area that we went to earlier, wherein you have to play a DDR game against pins and needles, those 2 Scrimblow guys we saw earlier. And that one's insane.
It's insane. It's a sight to be seen.
It's not in the run, though. You know what? I think we're gonna try for this jump once or twice here.
All right, hands up.
So I dropped
Everybody in chat, get those hands up.
I dropped storage there. We already accidentally dropped it because I fell through the wall there, which I've seen like happen like once. But we're gonna get it again here.
I believe.
I think if you die here, this will stay. But maybe not. I could be misremembering. But we're gonna try it. That almost could have been it. It's hard because you want to like get confirmation that this is going. I missed it. Oh, wait, hold on.
Womp womp.
Yeah, we're gonna try it one more time.
I have one hand up and one in my pocket 'cause I'm an edgy character.
Yo.
Zika?
But like that's always the energy that like gets it in the end, you know? All right, last time.
Here we go.
Ooh, that was really close. All right, well, that's what it's supposed to look like.
Oh, that was so close.
You want to hold
hold.
you want to hold X as you come down there, because Crazy Feet again will make you move faster through the air as well. And I think if maybe we had started holding it during the throw over, that might have worked. But again, that's another button to have my finger on while we're already doing that 2-fingered necessary trick. Oh well, womp womp.
Womp womp.
But that's,
we tried.
More or less, that lets you skip this entire room.
But if I find out anybody's hands weren't up, we're beefing.
Yeah, that's on you guys. Not you guys in the chat, but you know, you guys. Well, not you guys here with me, but in the chat. You didn't have your hands up?
You didn't have your hands up in the chat? We're beefing.
We're beefing.
You can make it up to me by donating to the cause.
Yo, you want to make it up to Sis?
$5 will make it up to you.
Get yourself another Chelsea fact. Get a little more money towards the name for Minish, or the character for Minish Cat.
What do you mean? You don't want to make an enemy a Sis?
It's true.
Sis is vengeful. So this room is absolutely chaotic. And fortunately, we're just gonna skip it, kind of. But this room is insane.
Yeah,
normally you have to clear out
these.
Yeah.
These like Titan electric ultra final form nurbles.
Insane.
You have to clear all of them before that timer goes away. But we don't even need to throw over here. We're done with that trick, actually. But what you can do is if you jump off this towards this ledge over here, that I apologize is probably really hard to see on the actual footage. And you jump over this.
It's almost impossible to see.
You can skip it. Alright, now we have another boss fight.
This is a fun boss fight. I like this one. This one's very Spyro the Dragon.
This one is very Spyro-esque.
Specifically the final boss of Spyro
You
2.
got one chance before I show them how it is done.
Which you may remember from such events as SGM 1.
Yo. Beat me to it. Alright, so we're riding around. These are phoenixes, according to Tag. They kind of look like big chickens, but just take our word for it. They're phoenixes. And what you got to do is you got to beat pins. You got needles, pins, and then pins and needles together. All of these like fireball things have different properties, and we're kind of do some manipulation to try to beat it as quick as we can.
These powers remind me of Rayman Arena.
Yo, I played that.
Yeah?
It's not very good, but
No.
Not familiar.
there's needles.
Needles, you are pathetic and somewhat crispy.
All right.
Now sit back and watch how it is done.
This is a classic 3-stage boss.
Oh yeah, dude.
I like pins.
I love Pins. I actually think he's great. He's really funny. Alright, we're gonna trick him here into chasing us down. We're gonna get 3 of these. Yeah, all of these have like different properties. The green ones, you can get them if you hit yourself against a wall. This red one is the best one because if you hit them close enough, you can get 3 hits at once. The blue one homes, and then the yellow one is sort of just like a straight fire shot. But the problem with this is that your shots can collide with their shots and cancel each other out. So you kind of have to play this like game of like footsie to figure out like what's gonna happen. There's a lot of potential for it to go wrong or go really well, especially with this phase because they can hit each other too,
Okay.
which we're gonna try to make
This
happen.
time, let's cooperate.
I think this is like you can play this like with your split screen with friends. I think if not in this game, then in a later game.
It might be. This might have something like that.
I
There-
think it's a 2.
Yeah, there is one with multiplayer. I don't know if it's this that you can play, but I think you're right. I think 2 has something like that. We're gonna see if we can get needles to hit things here. Almost.
I really like these little Phoenix birds. I like that there's 3 of them.
Yeah.
But
There we
it's not
go.
for us 3.
Got a little hits there. There's pins out of the way.
Do you guys want to do this after this
I
run?
would love to do this.
Okay.
Let's meet up.
Zebra, you can come too. There's 3.
I would love that.
Zebra, there's
we're gonna
3.
go outside.
Woohoo!
We're gonna team up.
Here we go.
Did it!
All
Now
right.
it's
So again, that's
milestone
what you can
time.
with the red ones with the right way, you can really mess them up. All right. So here we're gonna do something where
This is very important.
this is crazy. So we're gonna completely trick the game here. So again, remember how I mentioned that you need 3 moonstones from 3 different locations to beat Tack? Well, we're only gonna get this one moonstone here, but we're gonna get it 3 times with a trick called moonstone duplication. So basically, we didn't get it there. Basically, we're going to do something really similar to the very first thing we did in the game, where if you save and quit after Tack's feet have touched the ground, but before an event takes place, the game does not know what to do. And what we're doing here is we're going to do that twice on this moonstone to trick the game into thinking we have 3 of them. So we're going to save here once. This is very Hueve's wait part.
It's very important that Snack gets this correctly, because if he doesn't,
If we don't, we can't finish the game. The run is dead if we don't do this correctly.
yeah, we're in a bad way.
It is a good place to read donations though, because it takes a second. So if we have any.
We do not, unfortunately. What I can do in the meantime is mention our charity.
Our charity.
Our charity.
Please tell us what it's about, Com.
Well, we're working with Stream for a Cause. SFAC, they work with nonprofits personally to create sustainable programming. To date, they've created more than 70 grant opportunities. And what's cool about them is that every month they change their focus so that it more fits what their volunteers care about. And it's worth mentioning that anyone can submit a nonprofit at the bottom of their homepage, and every single submission is going to be reviewed by a member of their staff. This marathon right here is going towards Charity Gaming. Charity Gaming, a nonprofit that provides video games to children in hospitals to make them feel like kids again. With our marathon goal of $15,000, that would get them 43 Nintendo Switches and games to children in hospitals that need them most. So a really nice cause. You just gotta be reminded what it's all about here. We're having fun, but we're having fun for a cause.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, so right there, I did an extra one actually, which, from what I understand, does not affect the game at all. But I just want to make sure for the sake of the run.
The Moon Juju being like 4?
4 hour what? And we do have a save file that I made here for the final boss, which is the only thing that incorrectly duping the Moonstones would bar us out of. So it's the only part of the game we wouldn't be able to see. So I made one just in case. But it is not a very difficult thing to do correctly, so we should be fine. So we're just gonna get a couple more Yorbles here in Dry Rock Canyon, and then it's on to the Mummy Tombs. Everybody put your zebra eggs spooked in the chat.
The Mummy Tombs are actually very important for, if not anything else, but the meme that we've developed. And we'll get to that in a little bit.
Yeah, we never named this rhino, by the way.
Yeah, I actually was gonna ask, do we think this is the same rhino, or do we think there are multiple?
I think that rhinos are endemic to the region of the area that Tack lives in, and there are more rhinos.
Okay.
But I think they all have the same name.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Oh, they all have the same exact name. Okay.
Unless we want to have 2 different names for them. One of them can be named Grimpachi, and one of them can be named like...
If you have a name for a rhino,
Bruschetta.
A donation would secure that naming.
You could name him like Ergoglio.
Yeah.
If you don't want a rhino to be named Ergoglio,
we should try somewhere else now.
Come on, guys.
You can name it like Festuvius.
What about like Garanchimo?
Ooh, that's fancy.
Garanchimo. I kind of like that. Maybe more for like a ram.
Sporbanjaroo?
Maybe like Pastranchi.
I like Garanchimo.
Garanchimo. It's like a very powerful name.
Naf wants them all to be named Flaney for her.
Aw, Yeah, unfortunately Flaney's not in this game. She is in Sonic Adventure, but...
She's in most things, but she's not in this one, actually, weirdly enough. This is the character from Fire Emblem Three Houses, by the way.
That area where we were riding Garanchimo, there's actually an emu you're supposed to ride there, which is pretty cool. But again, there's definitely with a rhino and a large flightless bird, you can see where maybe there was some inspiration. But you can't play as Espresso on Donkey Kong 64, so.
Oh.
Well, or Pinchy or whatever. What was his name? Skechers. That's right. You can't play as him on any 3D Donkey Kong game. So even though DK64 is a 10, a 10 can still lose to a 42.
A 10 can absolutely lose to a 42.
It's just basic math.
Another pretty easy clip here to get into burial grounds. This is another thing that you need a tiki normally to do. There's a whole cutscene you have to watch with this dead Jew, or no, what the heck is he called? Dead Juju.
Whoa,
Yeah, I think it's just
Yeah,
Juju.
Dead
This
Juju,
is a
who is
really sacred
voiced by
area.
Rob Paulson.
Many special Poopanoo
And
ancestors
just a
are
wacky
buried here.
character. We
Right
will
there
meet him
is the
actually
entrance
later
to the
on.
ceremonial tomb where Juju. Okay, here's what we need to do.
But he normally
We need
is
to
how
get
you
the
get in
mummies
there.
out of their tombs and bring them to the ceremonial tomb. Look, the door's open on that tomb.
Anyway, this
Let's
is
start there.
this. If there any donations come in through this area, I won't ask for them. But just know that like, this is a really time-consuming and it's much slower-paced area than the rest of Tag. And except save for one part that's coming up here shortly, any time is a good time to read any donations.
Now, what is our objective within this area?
Yeah, so we're trying to get to the spirit world, which is again where the hero Locke, once again hilariously voiced by Patrick Warburton. The hero Locke, his spirit is trapped there because he died. And to get to the spirit world, you need to go through this area by leading 4 of Tak's ancestors who have risen from their graves as mummies out of the tomb and to that middle point that we were just in when we entered the area. And when you can bring all 4 mummies out, then you can go to the spirit world. And so it's basically 4 little bite-sized escort missions that can be definitely finicky, and again a place where you can save or lose a lot of time. So this is the first one.
This also reminds me of Wind Waker.
Yeah, this is pretty Wind Waker-esque.
Wind Waker stole from Tech, I think.
I think everything good stole from Tag.
Mm-hmm. And Tech stole from Toy Story 2.
Jeez. Alright, we're good. We're good.
How did Tax steal from Toy Story 2?
I don't know, didn't everything?
Everything. Everything stole.
Everybody should go play Toy Story 2 Buzz Lightyear to the rescue. It's fantastic.
10.
So here you want to be far enough ahead of the mummy to keep him running. And here we're going to do a little trick where we
Very
say,
important trick.
hey guys, Citizen Zebra, what do we know about TAC?
If
it's weird, it works.
Yep,
Woohoo.
that's right, that's
Woohoo.
right. And it worked!
Every time.
And it was weird. So that's a little meme we made up where there's this weird thing you can do where you can basically have that mummy run over like an open pit, as long as you land in the right area on the other side there and push him fully into the corner. It's really finicky and weird. And when I was learning the trick, every time I thought it looked good, it didn't work. And every time I was like, no, that's definitely not it. It did work. So that's why we came up with the motto that if it's weird, it works.
And it's never failed.
And it's never failed.
Except for there was one time where it was weird and it didn't work.
There was one time where it wasn't weird and it did work.
That was in the ROM hack.
How or what?
Yeah, I don't know what was going on with that attempt.
Own it.
I'm baffled.
I was pretty ski befuddled when that happened.
And just like this, we have another $10. Well, not another. I don't think we've ever been donated $10.35.
Ooh.
Yo.
From Pixie.
Oh, Pixie.
Hey, Pixie.
Just donating to remind you that when in doubt, take the stick out.
Hey, thank you
Thank
so
you.
much. That's
Donate
so
to the Cow
important.
family.
Yo.
Oh, we love the cow family.
And another $10 donation means one more Cholsey fact.
Yes.
Fact number 6. All these unique and weird things I do with New Horizons is strictly for just fun inspiration, which I make no money off of. But
This
I
feels
also
like the
paid my
legal
way-
disclaimer.
But I also paid my way through undergrad by selling things on another game I play every single day, and still sell, but for a good reason.
I know what that game is, but I'm not
We
going
got
to say
to
it
find out the next
because
game.
I'm sure that the Chelsea fact will let us know. But I know what game that is.
I just scrolled down to fact number 7. I believe I know the game as well.
Yeah. But
Well,
you guys want to
we
know what
gotta
it
know the
is,
next
right?
game.
How did Chelsea pay her way through undergrad based on
How did
real
she
money
do it?
trading in a video game? Find out.
It's getting juicy.
It's all for a good cause.
Oh yeah. That's what I would call paying it forward, honestly. This is the most finicky mummy because the mummies, they're weird. Like, yeah, again, if you run too far ahead from them, they kind of get lost. I hope he hasn't gotten lost here. Is that him way back there? Mummy, where are you?
Hi.
Hi, tag. Just knock him out. If they fall, they get messed up. If this one has this fire path to cross over, that makes them move slower. It's just it hurts tag, so it's hard to run on it.
And it hurts their little beats.
Yeah, it's a little rough. That one though, you want to. There was a way to have gotten through that with like one cycle, but it's not. At least he didn't fall. It's not too bad. It can just be a little tricky because there's a lot that can stop the mummy. These guys can. Tack can, as we just saw right there. If you accidentally swing back and hit him, he's just kind of a pain in the butt.
I think this is also one of the more noble moments of the tack journey.
Definitely.
The burn marks serve as a reminder of what went down here today.
And he's paying respects to his hallowed ancestors that came before by just guiding them along the path. Doing what
Very
he needs to
respectful.
do for his people and his culture.
He doesn't forget his roots.
No. No matter how far he travels, he always knows where he came from.
And I think that's really important.
Definitely. Never forget who made you.
Real.
This is Tomb 2. Again, there's 4 of these. That's the longest one, though. That one's the slowest paced.
That one seems like the most annoying.
Yes,
Yeah.
that one's the most annoying. These guys
Do you
can
have
hurt the
to-
mummy. What's
Do you
up?
have to do them in a set order, or do you just pick?
Yeah,
just go
you
in the
do.
Clockwise or something.
Yeah, because they open up one after the other as they go, as the mummies get to these little spots. How is our time, by the way? Just to give an idea.
Let's see here. We are sitting about at the 1 hour 30 mark.
Okay, that's about where we should be. So that's good. Again, messing up like this run has gone pretty well. If we hadn't messed up the Dinky Juju thing, then this could easily have been a PB. Again, there's one last really time-consuming skip coming up, but everything else has gone pretty well.
You know, Naf raises an interesting
Well,
question.
I think it's just they're not. I mean, they're tax ancestors, and by tax ancestors, I think Flora means that they're just his people's
Yeah.
ancestors.
Yes.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna. Yeah, it's not made super clear, but I think it's implied that they're like the ancestors of the people. You know.
Yeah. They were important people to his like little tribe. I'm back in the second one. Whoops.
Oh,
That
yeah, I
was
was
silly.
wondering.
That was really silly. That
You
doesn't
already did-
usually
you already did
happen.
the number 2 one.
I bonka. I forgore.
Yeah, bonka.
I forgore.
Oh, Stina, you went a ways into the second.
Yeah. Well, sometimes you go on autopilot on tech.
It happened. I almost went to Sky Chase as Knuckles.
You did go to Sky Chase's Knuckles, though. Alright, so the one we actually want to go to is just the
I think
straight
Knuckles would have a
shot.
hard time at the Sky Chase.
This is why it messed me up, is because it's the same way out of the main area, but it's up here.
He doesn't have a plane.
Oh, Sky Chase. I thought you were saying Sky Deck. I almost went to Sky Chase's Knuckles.
He doesn't have a plane. How could he chase?
How could he do that? How could he D?
How could you do?
There are more Yorkles in this one than the other two. This one has 3, I believe. We need to make sure though that we've got still need to make sure that we've got mana. because we're gonna need it. We need it again for one skip we're gonna do.
And if you look at the orbital numbers, like they just climbed and climbed and climbed.
Yeah,
You
like
didn't even
you
have to,
blink and you're there almost.
Yeah,
you didn't even have to go out of your way for them. They were just along the way.
they are everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
I actually think that's kind of a fun design, is that you go to all these places first, and then you kind of see them, and then you come back and you kind of have a new context for them.
Yeah.
For a lot of the kind of platforming and stuff. Where you're like, oh, now there's Yorbles. It kind of encourage you to explore a little bit.
Yeah, I think if I had to give a minor complaint from the perspective of someone who doesn't understand the Tax of 42, during the second stretch of the game, which is the Yorble quest, I mean, there are things to be found in the areas, but a lot of the stuff like the caves and the Sun Temple and like all the stuff that we went through like after coming back through these areas, a lot of that stuff isn't unlocked until you've already got all the Yorbles. So there is a lot of just kind of like retreading the same area you were in
There's
before.
some filler.
Yeah. That's what makes it more like a Metroidvania, honestly.
Mm-hmm. Attacktroid Veiny
Attacktroid Veiny Jew.
Attacktroid Flaney do.
Attacktroid Flaney. Stupid.
The plot was lost.
You guys want to go back to the fire tomb and just hang out in there?
That's gonna hurt my peeps. I hope everybody's been enjoying Tack.
I sure hope so. That was weird. I was stuck there, unable to jump until I stopped moving. That was kind of like the octopus
God.
The
from
octopus strikes
Pico Park.
again.
Yeah, I think the octopus is rearing his squishy little head in Tag. The gimmick of this one is these darts that do slow the.
This is the funniest one.
Yeah, I think this is a joke. Technically, I think the game is doing this on purpose. That like when you enter this area, Flora goes, "Whoa, Tack! Like this area is so sacred. All of the ancestors are here." And then like you drag through like hot coals. This one gets just blasted full of darts that stay in his body. We'll see what happens to the fourth one too, but that one's also pretty funny.
Yeah, this guy comes at the cave looking like he just got shot up in Minecraft with a bunch of skeletons. He's got the arrows all over him.
He is just chock full.
Yeah, the darts definitely slow him down a little bit, but it isn't as bad as something like the fire does. So that one's pretty straightforward. And this is the last one. There is a spell up here that we're not going to get. I actually don't even remember what the spell is. We don't need it though, so we're just not going to get it. Probably something sick though, take my word.
Maybe that was a spear wave.
It could have been. Alright, and this, coming up, this is the most swagged out trick in all of Tag.
Yes, I've been looking forward to this.
This trick is called Cool Yorble.
Yes.
And I'm not even going to explain it, because if we explain it, it isn't cool.
Hopefully, we'll let the Yorble do all the talking here.
We missed it there. That wasn't gonna work. That wasn't gonna work. Try it one more time.
So what makes this one cool?
Ooh, I'm about to show you sis. Haha, that's cool, Yorble, baby. So basically you hit that switch and then you just run all the way over there, get that Yorble, and then roll through the door within the time limit before it closes. And it saves like we probably lost time on that just for the 2 times I retried it. But did it not look sick?
It looks sick.
I think it looks
very Indiana Jones. Like,
Yep,
That's
for
gonna be
sure.
a snack attack from me.
Yep.
if you're ever in doubt whether or not Snack actually enjoys tag, again, remember this is a man who has commissioned an emote of tag for use on his Twitch page.
It's genuine.
I do genuinely like tag. It isn't 100% a bit. It is in some ways a bit.
Act 2 coming soon.
Tag, yeah, catch me out on the Snack Attack 8 stream channel for Tag 2 content. All right. This guy, you tear his head off.
Oh, Steiner.
I think this is a pretty funny playing on expectations where every other one you have to like flip them on the thing to get started. But now on this one, oh, his head comes off.
This one you tear his head off. You can actually do some pretty cool things with him while he's headless. Like if you clip kind of into him here, you can jump him up this way. So you can skip like some tricks you're normally supposed to do. But other than that, this one is still pretty straightforward, as they all are. Put his head here. Oops. There, we heard one of his classic boom shakalakas. Thank you, Tay.
I love the boom shakalakas. It's so dated.
Why does he say it? It's so dumb. Why does he say
He says
boom
it with
shakalaka?
such gusto.
Yeah, like
Boom
it just
shakalaka.
came out. Like he just like that is hot.
Coming in with another donation, a $10.45 donation from Farfanugan.
Yes.
I'm curious to hear that next fact, and putting it towards Zelda, because she could use some exercise.
Oh yeah, she
Okay, that's all the Yorbles here.
she
We should
spends all
try
her time
somewhere else now.
sleeping in crystals and
Yeah,
stuff.
she does.
Now it is worth mentioning, Zelda is closing the gap. She is within striking distance of King Gustav Gamer.
Ooh.
Wow.
Zelda at 50 and Gustav at 60. However,
wow.
Cow is kind of running away with it right now with a half hour left and up at $97, just shy of 100. Almost double Zelda.
Wow.
We could make it happen.
We could make it happen. 30 minutes
Zelda
is
come back.
infinite time as far as I'm aware.
Yes.
Anything can happen in that.
Let's hear that Joel's fact.
Oh yeah, the Chols effect.
Let's find out what game that was.
What was it?
So where we left off, we had been given hints of a game that Schulze had used to pay their way through college. And we arrive at fact 7. I really liked Neopets as a kid back in the day. I started when everyone else played, and then everyone else quit when it got dumb. But I kept playing because I was really into the fascinating pound chat, where people were putting real worth on the paintbrush colors and unique names that you can never be used again. In fact, there was a whole industry on the worth of a name that you wish your
I've
pet
heard of
had.
this place.
Maybe it was
This
Rachel,
is the spirit world. There's
plain
some
as
way for
Chia.
you to enter spirit form, but we'll have to
but it
figure
was
out
worth.
as we go.
But it was worth.
Look,
But it
I
was
think
worth
that's
it.
a
So
spirit
many
key.
people who
If
would
we
trade
follow
their
it, it might help
fancy
us on our journey.
painted pets for that cost millions of Neo points, just because it had a weird name. I was like, hell yeah, I suck at games, so I had no Neopets. But I happened to be an Elder player who had some cool names. With Pripper caps and no numbers.
Proper
proper
caps,
caps,
those
proper caps, and
The
no
spirit
numbers.
vent is active now.
Thing,
Jump in
and
see
it
what
was
happens.
like cool. We both got what we wanted.
That's insane.
I wanna just for
So
those
much to take in.
just for those of you who are hearing these in the chat. These Co-Comm is making these sound just like very casual. These were written to us in all caps, all of them. they were entirely conveyed to us through screaming.
They also keep getting longer.
I'm telling you, they've written like diary entries.
It was
If there's something cryptic, you would find one of the last ones is gonna say like, look behind you.
It was
Like-
Neopets. Neopets was the game. So here we are in the spirit world. This is the last area of tech. This area has a gimmick where basically there's these jars you have to break that open these things called spirit vents. And then when you hit the spirit vent, it changes things in the level. Sometimes it reveals like a hidden way you can go, or Like there's an orangutan you can't use until you've hit the vent. So that's sort of the gimmick here. We're gonna be skipping a lot of it, hopefully, with a trick that's coming right up here called balloon jump. And I'm gonna make a save here. I'll just save here. So basically, this trick is not very difficult to explain. We're just gonna take this balloon up here, which that skeleton guy, that's the dead Juju. He tasked us with getting these. We gotta get some balloons for Party Boy over here.
Now that we have a balloon, let's take it back
Basically,
to
though,
Party
what we're
Boy.
gonna do is use this the float
you
of
can
this
float
balloon
really far with
to
these
jump way
things.
across this whole level and skip a bunch of it. However, this is my least favorite trick in the game, and it's really hard to do. So we can keep
It's a very
talking
tight
and
jump.
yeah, we can keep talking and donating if we have reader donations or anything like that. I don't need concentration for it, but I'm just gonna let you guys know it's gonna take a few attempts probably.
Runs are made or lost on balloon jump.
I've gotten a lot better at it, but it's still tricky for sure.
It's very precise.
I'd like to make an amendment.
Okay.
Addendum
It
to
looks like that
that's what it's called
scary skull
to
spirit
something I
attacks
said
the nearest
earlier. We
creature.
actually only have 15 minutes left on the Minish Cap bid war, which is half as much as I said previously, which is
Ah!
still half of infinite time, but less infinite time than there was before to catch up. So
'em
get those
in.
donos in fast if you want Zelda or Gustav Gamer.
Please, Gustav gamers. I don't ask you for much, other than to vote for Gustav. That was almost it. So what's tricky about this is that it's sort of deceptive when you need to do a full double jump and you need to jump late off the platform, but not so late that you're like off it, because then you lose height. So you need height and you need to be able to clear the gap too, with distance. That might have been good. So close.
It did look close.
Yeah, a little bit higher and we would have had it there. That one felt good.
Now it's important that Snack made that backup save because we're like kind of essentially on a bit of a timer. If he runs out of mana, it's just going to be faster to reload the save than it will be to collect a whole bunch more mana.
There's actually all kinds of crazy things that can go wrong here. If you get hit by this melon nurble who respawns while you're holding the balloon, it will like put you into a state where Tack will just drop the balloon up here instead of being able to jump off with it. Sometimes, I swear, that just happens if you mess it up too many times.
The game knows.
So yeah, so there's again, running out of mana is one thing, and then the game just deciding no, you're not allowed to do this anymore. That's another thing. It's a very mysterious trick. But we're getting really close, so I feel it coming, because a lot of these jumps have been just barely. That was a little too early, I think. A little too early.
Oh, you were doing great.
Thank you, Flora. She's so supportive.
And every time you fall, she goes, "Oh, so close," or "Oh, you want to try that again?"
Do you want to try that again?
And that is just so wonderful.
We
And it
just
really fits into what we're all about
just
here,
obsessed with her. All right.
which is stupidity.
That one we had the right distance, but not the right height.
Oh, no. I guess we need more practice.
We've got another $10 donation coming in. This time from the man himself, Gustav.
Whoa!
Ahem. Yo, Professor People! what is Gucci? We out here at Stack 22. I'm trying to plant this grass towards that young Gustav, baby. Snack a net.
Wow.
I hated that. Thank you so much, Gustav the Gamer.
How generous of him.
Did you guys hear how fresh he sounded with that kid speak?
And we know what this means. coming in with fact number 8. Chelsea fact 8. There was a whole industry on the worth of a name that you could wish your pet had. Oh, wait, that's the old one. We're on number 9. How silly of me. Number 9. I allegedly may have been one of the contributors to the very first stolen accounts because I wanted those names. I stole people's pets. Some who were just
God!
some who were just on a short break and came back to their stuff being gone.
Oh, we got it!
Ouch.
I'm sure
Oops.
it will reappear where you found it the first
Chelsea?
time.
Hey,
Steeder?
balloon jump to snack.
Thank you, sis. Hey,
To
what's
this day.
our time at when we're done with the Chelsea fact?
To this day, I am one of the top sellers on the Neopets black market, where elder millennials would rather just pay $200 actual dollars for a pet than spend years playing mini games. It does not involve hacking or for anything bad, but it is absolutely against the policy and leads to instant banning. I was caught without my VPN and had all 40 made-up email addresses permabanned, and was like, well, there goes that fun thing. Which led to me playing Animal Crossing. But playing it weird.
Oh no, how is she playing it weird? We have to find out. Donate more for Gustav.
Those are the early facts.
Those are the only.
Oh,
See, she tied it back around.
she brought it back around. Okay.
That is how I game really hard for this Animal Crossing game, where I literally can't show some receipts or I will be found out about starting the black market Discord. The end.
Wait, that was
Incredible.
it? I thought there were like 4 more facts. Is that Chelsea fact number 10?
I think I split. There is no 10 numbered. I just it was
okay.
split.
I see.
So I just tied 9 into the mega.
Gotcha.
But we did it. We crushed all of
That's
the all of the
insane.
Chelsea facts.
Awesome. Thank you for living the life you have, Chelsea.
Thank you so much, Jolie, for everything.
Inspiring.
Those
And we've been-
honestly, those Neopets are no joke. There's like limited edition stuff you just like cannot even get anymore. So like, there's a scarcity that just breeds actual money being dumped into that game. It's kind of ridiculous.
Just for your reference, Nick, we had gotten balloon jump at about the hour 46 mark.
Okay.
1 hour 46 mark.
Gotcha. So yeah, again, this is definitely not a PB. Not close, but still a decent, an alright run. As long as we got it under 2, that's all I care about. We definitely will have it under 2.
We'll definitely get it under 2.
So we've got all the Orpals because the last one is up here. So good for us. We didn't forget any. We didn't miss any along the way. I didn't actually even have to get a backup, which sometimes I do. Sometimes I miss one in the caves.
Yes! You're
And
enough your
there's a
boss.
backup to
We
get
have
in the
finished
Sun
half of
Temple.
this
That's
quest.
really easy to get.
Now all we need to do is get Locke's spirit from the spirit
So we're just gonna get Locke. So again, we're gonna get to hear Patrick Warburton. The only time we hear him in the run is with he has this helium effect attached to his voice. So like we're not even really gonna get to hear him.
In a balloon, I guess.
It's sort of kind of criminally underused in this game. I don't know why they would have paid for him and then like not like like why would you pay for Patrick Warburton and like not put him in the game almost at all? But that's the way it is. Yeah, but he does come back in the other Tacks, and he's a lot more of a character. He goes like, "Hey, Tack," like he that's basically what he does. Hey, Tack. Hey, Tack. Like I'm not even making like I know that it's like a Joe from Family Guy joke, but that is what he says. It's what he's like in the game.
Yeah, he's just doing the voice.
Hey, Tack.
Doing his Patrick Warburton voice.
And then he and Tack freestyle rap in the third one. I'm not making it up.
Final quick update on this. We are in the final 5 minutes of the Minish Cap race.
Get him
If you
in.
want your character to get ahead, you have 4 minutes to do so.
Please, Gustav. Somebody out there must know.
Gustav, please.
Gustav, save
I
the
beg of
day.
you.
Save the day for us. Help me, Gustav Kenobi.
Who's asking this? Who's asking for Gustav's help there?
I don't know.
Okay.
Some maiden.
Some maiden.
Some maiden.
Gustav, please.
Gustav,
He's
please.
like, I'm on my way,
It's
maiden.
like, is that my daughter?
Was that my daughter over there?
He's riding like Stronger the horse.
Yo.
I'm so glad you're here. I need help.
I know,
Look at this
Locke. I'm
lock
gonna
just
take
like
advantage of all the
squished
Look at
into
his
this
back in
balloon.
your
Big
bag.
head,
At
dude.
first, I got this
Hey,
terrible itch.
Hey,
Can you
Tack!
scratch my head?
We don't
Hey,
have time.
Tack!
I can't reach it.
That's
This,
what it sounds like.
I truly despise this cutscene because it goes on forever, and this is like 5 minutes from the end of the run. So like it makes me seethe every time we get here because I'm like, oh, I'm doing so well, and then this guy comes in and starts talking to you for no reason. He's just here to grief.
Mr. Balloonhead. You'll never find your way out of here.
If anyone who played Tack when they were a kid remembers this part, this was such a challenging part, and this is how I knew Tack was going to be lit. I'll show you
And what
guys.
part is this?
So you have to get Locke through this maze without him popping. And if he touches these spiky hedge maze walls, which include air gusts that will blow him into them, he pops and you have to start it again. But you can just run over the tops of the wall and it won't even hurt you or anything. This is how I knew Tack was fire. I was like, oh man, you don't got to do that? That's sick.
You have enough
This
Norbos
I
to
actually
lock
remember this
spirit.
part
We should get these back to
pretty
Jaboba as
lucidly
quickly as possible.
from when I played it when I was little.
Yeah.
I was
Yeah,
stuck here
the
for
whole
a
spirit
very
world
long
is
time.
very iconic.
This was like the hardest part of the game.
So Flora there said,
Not
you
having
did it,
that
little
knowledge.
buddy. And we got it all. We got the Moonstones, we got the Yorbles, and we've got Locke's Spirit. Again, you're supposed to turn 2 of those in and then go get all the Moonstones and then turn them in. But we're doing it all at the same time, and it's going to take us right to the final boss area.
Well, I don't have anything
And
to say
Flora
about the Dark Temple
hates
except
this
be
place. She says,
careful.
I don't have anything to say about this place except be careful. So that's how you...
She's,
that's how
whenever
you
you get to
know.
a new area, Flora like introduces, she like tells you about the region. But this one she goes,
You are no
Tack,
champion.
I don't know anything
You
about
simply
this
do not
place.
possess the power.
Flora hates this place.
It's very dark.
She hates the Dark Temple.
And it's now at this point in the plot where we found out that Tack himself is the hero.
Yes. You bring the Moonstone back, or the Moon Juju back, and she's like, the hero was here all along. Look who went and did all the quests, you idiots. Like, because he did. He, like, we're trying, all these things that Tack did is stuff Locke was supposed to do, but we did them. So, like, that's what
We're
makes
the
you the
hero.
hero. And honestly, it's so inspiring, but also...
It really is.
That's so you'd find out that Tack is the hero, and then you go fight the final boss. It's raw,
It's good deeds make a hero.
and honestly, you think Locke would have a chip on his shoulder about it, but he just kind of like sticks around and just pals it out for the other other games. Like Tack
He's kind of a himbo.
Tack stays the hero. That's why he gets buff and he gets a sick cape in the second one. But Locke is
Yeah,
still
Tack
just
gets
chilling.
training.
He's not like he's not like trying to get his title.
I mean,
back.
Locke's still like a strong man. Like he's
Yeah.
not like a.
He's-
he's not nothing.
He's one of the strongest characters in the verse still, for sure.
Yeah.
Is he a bit of a coward? Is that a part of his character?
I think he just doesn't know what he's doing.
Yeah.
He's just kind of stupid and maybe a little cowardly.
So now what is happening in this fight? There's a giant plant.
Yeah, so the giant plant in the back, I'm not really sure what it's doing, but we have to
I think
stop
it's
it.
the plant from Resident Evil 4.
Yeah.
This is the one you fight at the end of the castle.
Basically, you just have to go through these little gauntlets, take out these plants, and then, it's not really sure. Well, I'll show you guys what you have to do. But yeah, Slaylock he's here. He's trying to fight you. I don't know. Maybe he wants the plant to stay alive or something.
Now it should be a piece of cake to
It's like
destroy
that one Dark Souls.
Yeah, it's like Bed of Chaos a little bit from Dark
little bit.
Souls. Oh no!
strange.
She's orangutan now.
Oh no!
What are we gonna do? How could you D?
Now she became a frog.
Now she's a frog like Green DK. But look at this. Tack is so resourceful. Also, we have time coming up. I'll let you know when time is on the way. So get ready. It's about to be time. Alright, so Tack goes in there. We charge his spirit rattle up with ultimate energy. Slam the ground. That turns
This is like the end of Jack 1.
Yeah, it turns Slaylock into a sheep. I don't know where he is. Here he is. Alright, time coming up.
There
So
he is.
Slaylock is a sheep now.
I'll take care of him.
And now we bring him. What do we know that sheep do with orangutans do with sheep? Ready,
it's weird, it
and time.
Hey.
Let's go.
Bye-bye, Tlayla.
And
job, Snack.
he gets flung out of here. Bye.
I'll tell you the time in a second.
Okay.
Yeah, so it'll definitely be under 2 hours.
That's good.
And now, what's happening right now?
Well, we beat
You
Playlock.
didn't
Now
attack.
Flora is
Tlaylock's
being
magic
perfect.
source
She's
destroyed
being
the villages
beautiful.
will return to
She's
normal.
being amazing,
Too bad
and
Tlaylock was so close
you know,
to
She really
justice.
is.
a
Looks like
beacon of
he's
hope
stuck
and
being a
light
sheep.
for the world, and she winked at us.
Oh.
I'm getting
a little
emotional.
low.
Me too. This is
Final
just-
time was 1 hour, 55 minutes, and 52 seconds.
All right, that sure is a run.
Tlaylock's made some new friends.
Close personal friends.
Here we
Now,
go. Here we go.
Blaylock Sheep is...
Yeah, Tlaylock Sheep is in a compromising situation, but we'll just leave him there.
Yo, point!
Yep.
Yes, yes, yes.
Yep.
Hey,
Them.
maybe I won't have to sweep Jaboba's hut
And
anymore.
look, now they're best friends. Now he's just cutting up. He's just making her laugh. She's gassing him up. It's so good.
Mm.
And it all turned out good. It all
The
turned
game
out.
ends with Tack just being silly and Flora laughing at
Tack
him.
just doing a
what a-
bit.
Yelling at him. This game
What a 42.
What a 42 out of
It's a
10.
beautiful game.
Well, guys, I hope we all learned something today.
Tack.
Tech,
We are
tech.
the
We are the
Celebrating
tech.
Another Juju
Back to
batch.
back.
Tech.
So noble today.
Hey,
Yep,
yep,
you
you
guessed
guessed
it.
it.
Be afraid. Thank you, Tack.
Thank you,
That's
Tech.
what we learned today. And
Hey.
we also learned that if it's weird, it works.
If it's weird, it works. Take that knowledge.
If it's weird, it works.
Go out and live your own lives with the lessons Tech will teach. All right. Well, I don't have anything else for you guys. Because I think we're still a little behind. We're a couple minutes up because this estimate on this is a little bit higher than we got here by about 15 minutes. But I think we'll sign off, right?
Probably.
I would say so.
Are we good to sign
No.
off?
We can just talk for a little bit.
Let me
Wait for the
know what
cue.
you wanna do.
Snack, tell us about yourself.
Hey, I'm Snack. I'm Snack Attack 8. I stream on Twitch every Friday night and Sunday evening every week. Right now I'm playing Mario and Luigi Superstar Saga on Fridays. That's the spooky hour. You can catch me there. We call it Weird Champ Friday. On Sundays, I'm playing through Danganronpa, which we're getting close to the end of the game. So if you don't want to be spoiled on that, don't come through. But if you do know the game, it's been a lot of fun. We've been doing it blind. Never played it before. First playthrough. And I'm also currently uploading a YouTube Let's Play, which is also a first playthrough of Spyro Year of the Dragon. So you can find me at SnackAttack8 on everything except Twitter, where I'm It's Snumpo. And this is my last event for this marathon, so I'll still be around in the chat and everything. But, you know, I did a lot of talking. We did art with Pixel. I announced and co-commed and now did tech and did Pico Park 2 with these guys. So thank you for tolerating me, like I always say. And it's been a lot of fun doing this stuff for everybody. Thank you guys for watching.
Thank you. Hi.
Hi, my name is Robbie, and I'm the Executive Director at Stream for a Cause. At SFAC, all of our work centers around community, whether that is providing some assistance to community-based and grassroots nonprofits, or whether that's working with content creators to help them lead their communities through charity streams. Everything we do is about providing better communities for us all to be a part of. At Stream for a Cause, we go about this in a lot of different ways. One, and probably our most well-known, is our grant-making program, which provides crucial funding to allow nonprofits to do their work. We also have our Emergency Response Fund, which we use to support humanitarian programs and aid that happen when we don't have any notice or warning that it's going to. Think about like natural disaster relief. We also do a lot of work with sustainability coaching to make sure that the nonprofits that we do work with have the best shot of success, from helping their boards to develop, to helping to make sure that they have the tools that they need at their disposal to be successful in helping others. I just want to take a second to thank you because your support means the world. We wouldn't be where we are today without dedicated supporters who are out there doing charity streams, making donations, being part of our tournaments and events. It's been a wild ride starting Stream for a Cause, and we're really just getting started. I am so thankful to each of you for spending time with us, for laughing with us, for crying with us, crying with me, I cry a lot, or making sure that we are just taking care of ourselves. Your support, the work that you do on behalf of Stream for a Cause, means so much to me. And I really just want to take a second to say thank you.
Hi everyone, my name is Jimmy and I am the founder of Charity Gaming. For those of you who don't know us, Charity Gaming is a nonprofit that provides video games to hospitals and provides children battling cancer handheld video games to help make them feel better. We do this to help hospitalized children feel like they're kids again. We are so honored and excited to be the nonprofit selected to be part of the Scream for a Cause event this October. The community of Stream for a Cause has supported our mission of bringing smiles to sick children for 3 years. Thank you so much to all of the streamers participating in the event, to all the donors who give what they can, because you are helping bring video games to sick children, and that is the people who need it the most. Thank you, and we can't wait to scream for a cause.
Back, everyone. We have ended our final incentive race, the Legend of Zelda Minish Cap Randomizer. Who will follow Zanny around? Our grand winner at the end of all this. Our grand winner at the end of all this was Cow. So congrats to Cow. Sorry to King Gustav Gamer, and sorry to Zelda. But very big congratulations to the Cow family. They really gave it their all this fine Sunday afternoon. Up next, we've got I don't know why it took me a sec. It's the Legend of Zelda Minish Cap Randomizer, and that is being run by Zany Old Coot. So that's going to be exciting. We'll have that ready for you guys in just a moment. And now, this does unfortunately mean for me that it is my final bit on the SGM stream. I had a very, very wonderful time, but in just a bit, our good friend Myth will be taking over for me. So, if you guys liked what you heard, you can find more of it over at twitch.tv/com711. It's com711 basically everywhere. And again, thank you guys for having me. It was a ton of fun. I hope it didn't come off how nervous I am. But it's really nice to just be able to do something for a cause. We're gaming for a cause. You know, it's just real nice. But thank you guys so much for having me. I had a blast. And I hope we continue to do good things into the night. And I will be signing off. Thank you guys so much.
It's Madame Toadstool. Not Myth. Surprise! No, just kidding. Myth is actually going to be the Co-Comm for the next run of the Legend of Zelda Minish Cap randomizer. So no worries, Comb. Also, Bobo is not. Bobo is also not the. That's okay. Hi everybody. How are we already at like the how are we at this? I don't understand how this. It's okay, Comb. It's okay. It's an easy mistake to make. And it is kind of nerve-wracking being the announcer. Or just being live on like something like this. Anywho, I forgot what I was saying. Oh yeah. I don't know how like we're this far into the like we're like this is the last day, this is the last night. I don't understand how we got here. Hi Foo, hi Sis, hi Weaver, Dry Bones, Casanova. Hi everybody. Be announcing for this portion of the stream, of the charity stream. I've got one new donation. I know the weekend went so fast. I've got a donation from TSG James, donated $1. Says, well, it's a good Sunday to stack some donations for the cause. Put this toward a random incentive if you want. Best of luck with the Minish Cap randomizer. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. So. Oh, yeah. I mean, it happens. We have so much more weekend left. Exactly. Yes, we're gonna, these next several hours are going to be big hype. I believe we met whatever yummy nummy time means for the magical milestone moments, where Bill the Fajita and Odinspec will be performing yummy nummy time. I don't really know. If somebody could explain that to me. And our next milestone, just kidding, we already showed the yummy nummies, sorry. The next milestone that we will need to meet is spicy Twinkie time. And that sounds terrible, but I mean, maybe it'll be fine. So let's get them donations. Let's get those donations in for the magical milestone moments, because while we have raised an incredible amount already, we have not reached as many magical milestone moments because those were specific toward bid war stuff. But now you can get on in there and get those magical milestone moments met. So I think we're waiting. We're gonna have Zaniel Coot with Co-Comm Myth 197 to be playing The Legend of Zelda, the Minish Cap randomizer here in just a moment.